Welcome to the Blue Cafe. We offer stories of infidelity, betrayal, and redemption. Please like and subscribe. Cheers. Now, on to today's story. Today I filed for divorce. It's 2 years too late, but I still feel horrible. I am 29 and my wife, soon to be ex, is W34. Advice. At this point we've been married for about 4.5 years. 2 years ago I found out that she was having, what she claimed to be, an emotional affair with her boss at the time. This of course turned out to be half the truth. At that time, it completely rocked me to my core. Up until this point, I had complete confidence in our relationship. I believed it was strong, special and infallible. It took me some time, but after hearing her admit her mistake and plead with me, I reluctantly decided to try and move past the betrayal and my feelings, as I believe two things. 1, she was genuine, and 2, there was too much invested in the relationship to just give up. Yes, sunken cost fallacy. Fast forward to a few months ago, I found out that they were still in touch and I got fed the same story. Bear in mind, I'm not saying I was the perfect partner. There was more I could have done, but I have always acted faithfully and morally, even given chances to not. This is just a line in the sand that I would never cross. Anyway, I've learned through this process that I should never ignore my intuition again. Throughout the period of time where we were working on making the marriage work, I would never feel comfortable when she was on her phone or out of the house, especially at times of less frequent communication or when she drank. Our problems were definitely exacerbated by her excessive drinking, which, she acknowledges, is a genuine substance abuse problem. Today I filed a divorce petition and asked her to leave the house. I just don't believe that there is any world in which I could ever trust her again. Seeing how destroyed I was the first time and then being capable of continuing the affair is something I don't understand. It's more than selfish, it's narcissistic and evil. I would love to start a family, but a decision like that involves other unwilling participants, the kids, and as a bare minimum you should feel like you can wholeheartedly trust and rely on your partner if you're taking on that level of responsibility. I didn't and wouldn't ever after what's happened. This made the decision easy for me. Of course, logic and emotions seem to call on different parts of the brain. I still feel like shit. I'm concerned about the future. Will I find the right partner in the future? Have I made a mistake? Will I miss her? In many ways, I already do. Will daily things still feel fulfilling and significant? All this being said, I remain steadfast in my decision. Hoping some of you out there who have been through similar can share pearls of wisdom with me that I can learn vicariously through. TL, doctor, wife cheated on me, I stayed and tried to fix what was purportedly broken, she continued to cheat on me, and today I filed for a divorce knowing that I could never trust her again. Now I am feeling concerned about the future in general, even though I know I made the right decision. Keen to hear from others who have been through similar situations. You made the correct decision. Your STBXW made a choice to continue her affair instead of focusing on her marriage. No words can ever restore the trust she has destroyed. Leave her in the street and find a life partner that will help you build a relationship together. This 100%. There are parts of me that just want to forget it all and go back to the way it was. It's a fairy tale and complete fiction, therefore not an option. I want to process my emotions, get myself right, and then hopefully be the partner I know I can be, and was, to someone out there. How did she react when you told her that you filed? You're doing the right thing, just don't waver from your plan. Count your blessings that you don't have kids with this closeted monster, and know that positives will also come out of this train wreck. I speak from experience. Good luck, bro. My dad said, your uncle's biggest regret was having children with his ex-wife, even knowing that his relationship wasn't working and that he didn't want it. It just hit me hard and I knew there was no other option. I was 10 years older than you when I divorced. I've had 2 very interesting and satisfying long-term relationships since then. Maybe not long-term but more significant, and I've grown as a person. You have your whole life ahead of you. Relax, and I'm sorry for the pain right now. I promise you'll get a new life. You may feel old, but you are so young. I promise you. My parents tried to convince me 39 was not ancient for a divorce. I wish I'd believed them. Best is yet to come, especially as you get to know yourself and what you want. And explore what's out there. There are so many people out there who would die for just the chance at a meaningful and loving relationship. When you've healed a little, I'm sure you'll find happiness with someone more deserving. You already wasted the last 2 years. Don't waste more. I wish I could give you some advice, but as I'm currently in a similar situation, all I can tell you is the hurt and grief will be there for a long time. A friend told me it's like grieving the death of a loved one. You never get over it, you just learn to live with it and continue living your life. The most important things I've learned is the importance of loving yourself and forgiving yourself for wanting her back, for giving chances. It shows the measure of man that you are not weak. And your grief is not linear. Some days you'll feel great, like you're back to normal, and within minutes everything is ducked again. That's okay, eventually the ducked moments will lessen. God bless you and any other men/women going through this. Stay true to your morals and convictions. There will be someone who appreciates and values it. And if not, you can take pride in knowing that you didn't waver. Try to release hate as quickly as possible. That shit is draining. Thank you for this advice. I want to be better at processing my emotions this time round. I don't really know where to start. Take some nightly drives. Nothing clears the head like that open road. Give yourself time to breathe again. And get good support from friends and family. Mediation works too. You have too much to live for, my dude. Have you considered therapy? Betrayal, trauma, and divorce can both take a heavy toll. It might be helpful to have a professional work through things with you. If you choose to see a therapist, try to find someone who has experience with betrayal, trauma, and/or intimate partner violence. From my own experience, I can say that it does get better over time. Think about who you were 5 years ago. You and your life are probably different in many ways now. The same will likely be true in another 5 years. You may have a far better partner in 5 years. Or you may realize that you love being single. Try to enjoy this process of discovering your new self while still allowing yourself to grieve your old life. Wishing you lots of luck, friend. I reconciled with my STBXH for 1 week, and, with every day that passed, I realized more and more how much of a mistake it was. I don't miss the guy who I lived with for that week. I miss the guy I thought I married, but that man doesn't exist. The person I lived with for a week is who he has always been, he just managed to hide it for 9 years. You need to realize that you are missing the person you thought they were before the infidelity came to light. That person isn't real. Think about the person who doesn't care about how you were affected by their actions. Think about the person who would rather do what makes them feel good than put effort into their marriage. 29 is so young still. Focus on taking care of yourself. Do things that make you happy. Avoid alcohol and drugs if you can. Stay active, eat well and get sleep. You'll have ups and downs, but it won't be that way forever. Stick to your guns. Don't fall for the crocodile tears. Get your life back. Profit. Sorry that you are here, however, the simple logic is, lose a cheater, gain a life. All the best to you. You definitely made the right and only choice. You refuse to allow your STBXW to continue to abuse you, you are mighty. Give yourself lots of grace, you're going through hell, the worst of nightmares. You will survive and thrive after this. You are so lucky to be younger and have lots of time to start your life again with someone who is worthy of you, if that is what you want. Sending you healing and peace, and a big hug. Update: 8 days from the day I, 29M, asked my cheating wife, 34 watts, to leave update. I wrote a post about a week ago which summarized the situation and my position here. I wanted to come back and write a new post and explain my current headspace, which is honestly the best it's been in years, despite the emotional turmoil. I am, and always have been, the type of person who has had a plan for the future. I knew what type of job I wanted, where I wanted to live, what my family would look like and what kind of wife I wanted. Over this last week of deep introspection, I realized that I subconsciously saw what I wanted to see in my STBXW and ignored what I didn't. Try as I might, there was no willing the said STBXW into becoming this idea of a woman I had for myself. I inadvertently ignored the signs, made concessions and ultimately sacrificed who I was and what I wanted to be. I became less than myself as a result due to this spiritual misalignment, something I was not consciously aware of. What I've realized is, I am to blame, not in a self-deprecating way but an educational one. I am to blame for not knowing my worth, not knowing when enough was enough, and for me, once is enough, and for compromising on my belief/value system. Don't get me wrong, I think the STBXW made disgusting, deceitful and hurtful decisions, but that's her problem. Whatever she may try to make me believe, I did not drive her to make those decisions. She is the broken one and it actually has nothing to do with me. Here are some of the things I have picked up again and made a priority in my life, to better myself and to lead the life I desire. Lifting 4-5x a week, and I have way more energy in these sessions. Tracking my macros and eating mostly whole foods. I wasn't really fat to begin with but I am already down over 6 pounds this week. Drinking coffee again, my head feels out of the clouds and my personality improved 10x. I didn't drink it because my STXW didn't and blamed any anxiety I had on it. Lol. Diving deep into my career, I am in a leadership position and I feel much more available to my entire team. Picking up my side hustles for fun and further mental engagement. Now I still feel quite confused about how I let myself get in this position. Why did I not see the signs? How could I fall in love with someone so foul and void of morals? These are things I will continue to work on, but one thing I am doing immediately is letting go of any expectation or idea of control I have over another human being. It seems I can either accept them as they are or not at all. One of the greatest things I have read on this forum during the week as well is the telltale signs of a cheater/narcissist. The blame shifting, gaslighting, revising history and straight up lying are all out of a effed up playbook that's hardwired into these people's brains. As a result of removing my emotions from the situation, I simply saw her for what she was, a self-interested, manipulative narcissist. The best way I can hammer this point home is that she said recently, "Our marriage broke down far before I stepped out of it. 2 years ago I might have believed her and felt somewhat responsible for what happened. Today, I respond with every single issue we had in our marriage before you cheated was reconcilable. I did not force you to cheat. That was your decision and you knew what the consequences might be of that action. Not only did you do it, but you lied about it day after day. So don't give me that shit. I mean, to have that viewpoint is just laughable." I hope by writing this some of you who are sharing similar stories to mine, maybe just far sooner in the discovery phase, may see logic and reason. Once you unshroud yourself from your emotions and ego, you will find that the answer of what to do next is unmistakably clear. Kudos to you, brother. You are finding your way and that is awesome. Love makes us do crazy things. It happens and we all just hope we fall in love with the right one. It just happens. I love what you said about letting go of the control or expectations of someone and either accept who they are or don't. Wishing you nothing but the best. And once again sorry for all the heartache you have went through. Young man, you are very mature. I too chose exercise, sports, further education and quality time with my kids. It didn't take long to regain confidence, self-esteem and game. Believe me, with your plan, all's well that ends well. Well done, man. What you are doing is really all one can do after this kind of betrayal. Live for yourself and children if you have them. Improve yourself. Know you will be okay and life will go on. It's my advice to any man or woman in your position. Congratulations. My hat's off to you, sir. D-Day was 2:14 for me and I think I'm done as well. Worse than her cheating has been my wife's handling of the aftermath of my finding out. We've been married 15 years and have 2 kids, so the collateral damage has scared the shit out of me, but I thought to myself, how would I want my kids to handle this if facing similar circumstances? And my answer has always been, get the duck out. You don't deserve this and they don't deserve you. 100% brother. Get yourself in order and find a woman that respects you. The only thing you're teaching your kids is that in life we should always have high standards and respect ourselves completely. The argument "but what about the kids" is one I can't really comprehend. Imagine how worse off they'd be watching dad go through that pain and accept it. Not a good example to set. You're doing the right thing, man, and we'll get through it. Duck yes, my dude, clapping hands, thumbs up. Wow, respect. You're only 8 days out and so in tune with things, that's amazing. Wishing you continued strength and peace, my friend. Every single issue we had in our marriage before you cheated was reconcilable. I did not force you to cheat. That was your decision and you knew what the consequences might be of that action. Not only did you do it, but you lied about it day after day. So don't give me that shit. I mean, to have that viewpoint is just laughable. Damn, as if the words came right out of my mouth. For where you are in this, you seem to have great clarity and are taking good care of yourself. Thanks for posting this, wishing you the best in healing. Same thing I told my WP. I love it your confidence was shaken, but you shook it off. You chose yourself. My philosophy of relationships is to always love yourself the most. You can love your partner as much as anyone else, but not you. Everyone else in your life is expendable, you are the only character that has to be there. Everyone in your life should add value. The moment the value they add doesn't meet their role, a reassessment should be made. A partner cannot live up to their role with their allegiance divided. You cannot give 100% when you are 30% around the corner. At 29 you are young enough where this will probably only be a lesson. I got married at 38, and believe men shouldn't think about marriage until 35. Good luck. Hard to feel shame for trusting someone too much. We all should have seen flags. I should have seen major ones. Learn from the past, improve, and teach the next generation. Man, she told me she wants to duck other guys. That's the red flag I am most beating myself up for. Man shrugging, it's emotional blackmail at that point. She curates codependency for years and switches gears. Still not your fault that your brain is wired to stay in the same gear. I am to blame for not knowing my worth, not knowing when enough was enough, and for me, once is enough, and for compromising on my belief/value system. You paid dearly for this lesson, but it's a good one. Out of interest, what was her response to your reply? I don't think it's something a brain as selfish as hers could grasp as a concept. This is the way. It's now all about you. It is funny how guys lose themselves into relationships not even realizing we are compromising on so many fronts until it hits us like a hammer. 8 days? Damn. You are killing it. Good for you. As to the question of how you got here, it is kinda simple, and it happens to a lot of people. It is the old frog in the pot of water analogy. It happens slowly. You don't really understand what is happening until you are boiled alive in the pot of boiling water. Good luck. Never heard that one, but that's helpful and makes complete sense. Congratulations for coming this far. You are going to be alright. Consider this situation as the universe's way of removing your STBXW from your life so that you will be open to receiving the love and life that is awaiting you. You are only 29 and don't have any kids with her, I assume. Live your life and be happy. Remember the 3 pillars to any successful relationship: love, trust, and respect. A relationship must have all three to thrive. Also remember, the path to healing/recovery is not a linear one. You will have good days and bad days, but you will pull through to your new, better life. I wish you all the best. I wish I could have someone like you as a mentor. Seriously, this was an amazing post. We hope you have enjoyed today's episode. Please comment, like and subscribe. Cheers. Have a wonderful day or night, wherever you are.